So we are now at the end of this training series. But as usual, in the closing, there's always one thing or two things that I want us to be mindful of. Today, I want us to be mindful of the fact that, even though we have this plan, remember we did not talk about the spiritual dimension because that's the spirit that relates with God. There is a huge place of prayer in actually reclaiming your husband's love, attention, interest, and respect. Much later, I want you to look at Ezekiel 28. Ezekiel 28 starts out with the story of, a prophecy to the prince of Tyre. And Ezekiel was pretty much saying, or God was pretty much saying that, he had become boastful, he had become proud, and so he felt he was God and all that. Most times in this kind of situations, that's what it looks like our man is. He doesn't care about you, because you're out of his lair, your priorities are no longer of interest to him. It seems like he's arrogant, he's puffed up, he's not the man you used to know. So he could be likened to the prince of Tyre at this point. But then when you go further down in that chapter, it also talks about the king of Tyre. And that's where he describes Lucifer, the angel that had fallen from heaven. And there's one thing I want us to notice here. The prince of Tyre is impacted by the king of Tyre. So a man will always reflect whoever is king over his life. So I want you in prayer, you need to ask God to come and be king over the heart of your husband. He needs to be king over the life of your husband. He needs to actually, take away the stony heart and put in a heart of flesh. He needs to change things in him. There's this story, I think it's in Samuel. It's about the part where, Saul went to look for the lost asses, and then he met the prophet, the priest, Samuel. And it says God changed the heart of Samuel, and things he didn't used to do before, he started to prophesy. When God actually becomes king over your husband, changes his heart, your husband begins to do things that maybe he didn't even used to do before. So when people say a woman cannot change a man, I agree. You can't change your man, but you have access to the one that can make him to start to do things that he's never done before. So in your prayers, focus on God becoming the king of his life, focus on God giving him a new heart, and focus on God changing him completely and changing you as well where you need to. Don't forget, you are not perfect either. So in conclusion, I just want us to say a quick prayer. Lord, I thank you for this lady that is watching this video today. I thank you for this opportunity that you've given her to watch this from start to beginning. I thank you for the lessons that you have dropped into her heart. I ask that you will go in there and you will water it and you will make them grow fruit. I ask for courage for her to do what she needs to do, because everything that she needs to do is in her. Open up her eyes to show her the actions she should take. As she executes her plan, Lord, give her love in a new and in a different dimension. Give her courage, give her strength, give her faith. It's not going to be an easy road, but show her that you are there with her. And Lord, come and be king over the heart of her husband. Come and give him a new heart. Change him in ways that seem impossible to men, that at the end of the day that she will have greater cause to glorify your name, because it will be obvious not just to her but to all around that a change has happened and your name will be glorified. Amen. Thank you for watching and see you very soon in the next stream.